Hi guys, how are you all doing? This is the Tennis World with the Tennis Expert. I've been on a break since Wimbledon. Um, Back with you guys. Anyway, we had a break after Wimbledon, no important tournaments. We had Toronto Masters 1000 where we saw Ben Shelton win that one. Um, if there's going to be no Djokovic, Alcaraz, or Sinner, those tournaments I won't be covering. And so basically Grand Slams, Masters 1000, some 500s, but that's very rare where all three of them won't be in a Masters 1000. So that's why I didn't do Toronto, which has been the only important tournament since Wimbledon. And I usually do my pre-tournament preview. And I wasn't able to do that for Cincinnati just due to the fact that I was traveling. I was on a long flight at that point in time. So, yeah, Toronto wasn't part of the plan due to the players, and I was meant to do Cincinnati, but traveling at that moment. So my next video after the pre-tournament preview would have been the semi-final and final. So we're going to pick off there at the semi-finals. But yeah, Ben Shelton beat Hatchinol. Ben Shelton was very aggressive and consistent and better defensively. And yeah, he took out that Toronto one. But now we're into Cincinnati and we're into the semi-finals, and this is my semi-final preview. First semi-final will be Sinner versus, I'm not sure how to pronounce him, Ataman, not seeded. Surprised to see him there. I just think Sinner's just going to be too good mentally, too consistent, better server, better return of server, better in every area to be straight sets. I mean, the guy's on a streak and he's playing better than he's ever played. So, I mean, they could be close sets. So it could be 6-2, 6-4. If he steps it up, it might be something like 6-4, 7-5, best case. But it's just a question of whether it straight sits on two close sets to Sinner or whether he's able to hand down a beating here. But I would say a combination, maybe sort of a 6-2, 7-5 to Sinner, where he's just going to be better in every department, quite simply. So the other semi-final will be Alexander Zverev of Germany versus Carlos Alcaraz of Spain. I mean, the head-to-head is about even. I think Zverev, it might be 5-4 to Zverev. They're even, but I think Zverev is slightly ahead. And Zverev usually is doing better on the faster courts, hard courts like Cincinnati. He beat him at the Australian Open last year. That's a bit of a similar court to Cincinnati. So definitely it could go either way. But the thing that I'm noticing is the Zverev we're seeing this year since that Australian Open loss, he's not been the same. So he's made a step down while Alcaraz has made a step up. Like we saw him, look, he won Monte Carlo. He made the final in Barcelona but had an injury. Then he wins Rome, wins the French Open, wins Queens, makes the final of Wimbledon, loses to his biggest rival, but he's even up a set there. So, I mean, he's on a very good run. The question was, did Alcaraz get better since Monte Carlo because of clay and maybe grass? And then once we're going to go back to hard court, he's going to go back to not being as good? Or did he just mature and reach a new level of his game because he's only just turned 22? He was even 21 at Monte Carlo. So far we went back to hard court. He's doing much better than earlier in the year, and he's in the semi-finals, right? So what I would say, I just think he's reached another level, while Zverev, since the Australian Open, I would say he's went down a level. And then before Alcaraz went up and Sinner went down, they were about equal, with Zverev getting a slight edge. But I would just say, just based on the fact that Alcaraz has improved a lot, he'll be better, even if Zverev is as good as he's been before. Alcaraz will be able to handle that and get the win here. And then there's the question is Zverev's went down. He might not even be able to produce what he used to produce to give Alcaraz problems. But still, because he's got a good he's in the semi-final. He's obviously playing well. He's given Alcaraz his problems before, even if Alcaraz is better and he's not quite as good. So just based upon that, that will get him a set. But I would say in the end, once it comes down to the big moments, this improved Alcaraz will be able to handle him. And then Zverev is also not very good in the big moments. very nervous, whereas Alcaraz is great into the big moments. So the improved Alcaraz, Zverev not being as good, this makes Alcaraz good enough to beat Zverev on a hard court, but because Zverev's giving him problems, he's going to push him to free sets. Now Zverev's going to try to use the big serve, attack, shorten points, rush Alcaraz. But I think Alcaraz will be able to respond to that. Like, he'll use his defense, he'll make it hard for Zverev to finish points, and he'll also be looking to attack. And when he attacks, Zverev's defense won't be able to handle his power, whereas Alcaraz will be able to handle Zverev's power. And I just think the return of serve is going to be important. And then things like net, volley, all these sort of things. But I mean, Zverev's going to give him trouble, but I just think Alcaraz, he's able to get control of enough points, but with a bit more patience than the past. But when he can't get control, he's able to play the defense and then the variety. And then just even if they're equal, it comes down to mental. He's going to be better mentally in the last set in this close match. So Alcaraz gets over the line. And guess what? We get another Alcaraz Sinner final. That's my prediction. Subscribe, bell notification, thumbs up. Come back tomorrow and I'll preview the final, guys, which should be Sinner Alcaraz. Please come back and please subscribe, bell notification, thumbs up. Have a great day, night, wherever you are in the world. And thanks for watching and bye for now. Bye, guys. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and please come back tomorrow for my final preview. Bye for now.